I've been in Aberdeen since 1982. Lori and I ventured out to South Dakota to help start KGIM Radio with Alan Rao. Then we decided that we were going to start our own business and started Schwan Financial Group in 1984. Just had our first child, Kyle, and then we started that August 1st. We thought we'd be in Aberdeen for 2 or 3 years and then maybe move back to Billings, Montana and have our career going there, but we never left.
His dad was in the business a couple years prior, and he decided to try what his dad was doing. And
picked the business, frankly, it was the lowest cost entry of anything at the time, and that was very significant for us to start. She says, well, what's your guarantee? I mean, what kind of money you make? I said, none. And that's how we began, and then, just been a gradual process to what we do today. As I realized early, if you're going to do something significant, you're not going to do it alone. And so you had to have a great team or great people around you with the same thought of leadership and the same thought of serving other people. So bringing in great talent in the company was first and foremost. We really had a game changer when we brought in Sarti.
I came to Aberdeen in 1985. I was working for a regional accounting firm. John was a client of ours at that firm. In 1998, John approached me and asked if I wanted to meet with him. So I met with him and he discussed his company and the type of planning that he does for our clients. He showed me a sample master plan book and I was just blown away. I really liked the holistic approach that he had to planning for his clients, and I knew this is what I wanted to do and this was the right place to be.
Sarti just brought so much credibility to what we were doing, and more than that, she brought the management. Her professional talent's off the chart, but she's just a better pro as a person.
When I joined John, he mentioned that I'd only be working half-hour days. Little did I know that his half-hour days meant 12-hour days. She's
been a delight to work with all these years, and a big credit to her for where we're at today. My first brand name was Schwan Financial Group, and then we became Legacy. Sold the company for a brief period of time and ended up acquiring it back 2 or 3 years later.
John's way of developing a relationship with clients was vastly different from the other firm. In 2003, when we stepped away from the other firm, Mike Duke and I became partners with John Schwan.
There was, big moments where we really grew, and one of them was bringing on Mike Duke. That led to years going by, and eventually Mike became a partner in the business.
I don't know that we had targeted any certain characteristics for a person, but we both knew, like in our gut, that person's going to be a good fit.
I met John about 12 years ago. I owned my own financial services firm, and I saw how high-level planning that he was able to offer, something I wanted to offer, but I didn't have the staff to do it, so I decided to join because I knew I'd never beat it. So,
and I think what the Schwans have done is extraordinary in my opinion. They all get along inside and outside of the office, and everybody's self-motivated, and we hold each other accountable. So I think it's been a great opportunity for us.
Today, we have 45 plus folks that are on our team, but the young team can see us being at 55 to 60 full-time people just to represent the work that we do.
with the 3 boys coming in, I think a mother's worry, and dad too, is always that, once we're out of the picture, will they still love each other and get along? But so far it's been good.
And Dad bet me I couldn't pass my insurance exam, so I passed it, and then a month later, here I was with a suit on.
I was a college coach for 8 or 9 years, and then him and Sarti flew down to Arizona and put I'll call it the final pitch.
I came here right out of college, ended up kind of figuring out that I wanted to do something in business, try and build a bigger, better future for them is kind of what got me back here.
So 4 or 5 years ago, we've identified a leadership team. This leadership team has done a fantastic job. We set quarterly goals, yearly goals, and we really hold each other accountable and hold a standard to what we're going to do.
I think it's helped our team expand, our employees be heard and feel like they're heard and have input directly. And I think that's been a big key to our success.
I stayed here so long because I recognized what a strong leader John was. He knew where he was going and what he wanted to do, and you could see that he was on that path.
John Schwan always talked about Schwan Financial Group being a growing company, a 100-year-old company. So I knew right from the get-go that John would not stop with the growth.
My goal was to be a 100-year-old company. I just fully believe that. I think it's proven out. You bring good people in, they're good to the people you're serving. You got to have a number one team taking care of them. So that's been a long time belief.
My hope for this company is that they continue to thrive. I have no doubt that they'll continue to be a 100-year company.
So that's what it's all about in the end, is your relationships with your team, and it's with your relationships with your clients.
I used to focus initially more on the numbers, and he showed me that it's all about the people.